The Punk Rock Spirit by Lisa Penadang. Is the punk rock spirit dead? The rumor was that the punk rock spirit was dead. That made me very sad. I didn't look the same as I used to. I once had a purple mohawk, but that had come unglued years ago, and was lost in a drawer somewhere. My face, which was painted, had faded. Now I looked like all the other rocks. I don't consider myself a snob, but back in my day, I was something special. The punk rock spirit can reinvent themselves. I decided that I would show the world the true essence of what it meant to have a punk rock spirit. That night, as I slept in a rock pile with the other rocks, I remembered who I used to be. I remembered my true spirit. After rolling around all night, I was waking up the other rocks. Rocks need their beauty sleep. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not like the others, I screamed. I jumped out of the pile. The punk rock spirit is fearless. I rolled as fast as I could down the hill. Nothing could stop me as I built up speed. I came crashing down and landed in a girl's sandal at the end of the busy street. The girl took off her sandal and picked me up. "Ouch," said the girl, setting down her guitar. She looked at my faded, painted face. "Wow, you have a face. You must be my lucky rock," Harlow exclaimed. Harlow put me in her pocket. It was warm and smelled like lavender. The punk rock spirit is unique. I bounced around in Harlow's pocket. I felt free and independent. Harlow wore clothes, but they didn't wear her. She was an original. She wore her jacket inside out, and it was made entirely of vintage clothing tag labels stitched together. Harlow scooped me out of her pocket. "Look what I found, it's my lucky rock," Harlow said to a girl playing a keyboard. "That's so cool," Ryaza said, inspecting me. "It could use some fresh paint." The punk rock spirit is loyal. Jimena was their drummer. She took an interest in me right away. "Where did you find it?" Jimena asked. "It found me. It rolled into my shoe," yelled Harlow, screaming over the loud drums. "Then it's official. She's our mascot," Jimena declared. The girls put me on the stage on top of a speaker, and they started to rock out. The punk rock spirit is explosive. Within minutes I had memorized every word of their 3 songs. I was part of the band. Harlow took center stage and started to sing and play the guitar. When she sang, you could feel the emotion. I hung on her every word. If rocks could cry, I would have been crying. All eyes were on us. I wanted that moment to last forever. The punk rock spirit is creative. After practice, the girls gave me a full-on makeover. They painted on my new face. My lips were bright red again. They even gave me eyelashes. Harlow took some feathers from the collar of her jacket, and soon I had a pink mohawk that made me feel like a new girl again. Harlow took a group photo with all of us and posted it on her social media. "There you are. You're part of the band now," Harlow said, smiling. The punk rock spirit stands up for others. I glanced over at a flyer the band had made. They were playing a concert with a bunch of other bands for a charity to save moon bears from bile farms in Asia. I had only known these girls for a few hours, and I already knew that I loved them. They had the punk rock spirit. They cared about helping animals who couldn't help themselves. The punk rock spirit is brave. The day of the concert, I was nervous. I had never been on stage before with an audience. I know I wasn't singing or playing an instrument, but people would be looking at me. The pressure was intense. "I'd like to welcome our newest member," Harlow said proudly, holding me up. "Please give it up for the punk rock spirit," Harlow proudly announced. Everyone cheered, and I felt like a rock star. As they started to play, I was really enjoying the moment. That was until the music was so loud and the bass was thumping that it bumped me right off the stage. The punk rock spirit is resilient. Suddenly, I was in a sea of feet. I was getting kicked around by everyone. The band was still singing, not knowing I had left the stage. I couldn't scream. I was a rock, and we can't scream. I couldn't do anything. I felt helpless. What could I do? A teenage boy saw me and put me in his pocket. It was dark and sandy inside, and it smelled like bubblegum and a cheeseburger. The punk rock spirit is honest. Harlow and the band were about to exit the stage. The crew was working hard to break down Hemina's drum set. Harlow walked over and saw that I was missing. She grabbed the microphone. "Excuse me, can everyone hear me? Can I have everyone's attention for a minute?" The punk rock spirit is truthful. "Has anyone seen the punk rock spirit?" Harlow asked with desperation in her voice. "Anyone, please?" Harlow pleaded. The room is silent as everyone looks around the floor. Keen Dang held me up and pushed his way through the crowd to the front of the stage. Harlow pulled Keen onto the stage. "Ladies and gentlemen, he found the punk rock spirit." Harlow beamed with pride. Keen held me up high for everyone to see. The punk rock spirit is forever. After that day, Harlow was extra careful with me. As the years went by, Harlow still kept playing her music. Even after the band broke up, she didn't wear the makeup or dress the same way she did in her teens. Her daughter, Aurora, took over her entire wardrobe. She was the spitting image of Harlow in her youth. The punk rock spirit is generational. I got passed down to Aurora and now I am her lucky rock. I don't look the same as I did back in the day. I'm a little faded, but my punk rock spirit remains strong. Punk rock is not about looks. It's a feeling inside you that can never be taken away. If you look around, you will see numerous pieces of evidence that support this. Someday, you may look at your grandma and smile. The punk rock spirit never dies inside us. It just may be hiding in plain sight. The end.